Hello everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. Today, we've got the Elite Series 113 Dragon Lee. First time in the line, of course, and well, we'll never see an AEW figure of him, though he was there for a bit. The shish on the back of the box, sorry if I sound a little tired and I yawn, it's just because I haven't slept all day after waking up around like 7, 8, I want to say. But the bullshit on the back of the box shows you the Carlito I already have, a figure I already have coming in the mail, plus the one we have in hand, which is Dragon Lee. So we've technically got 3 out of the 6 here, just one of them hasn't come yet in hand. And honestly, which one could it be? Of course, the rest of the wave is a pretty solid wave, and I definitely would love to get the Kofi plus the Xavier from a few waves prior. Tiffany's figure don't look too bad, and neither does the Punk, though the Punk hands are a little wonky. That don't necessarily matter though. Why don't we just shut the hell up? And let's get into this Dragon Lee action figure review after we get him out of the plastic prison. Alrighty, you guys, after getting Dragon Lee out of his plastic prison and, after actually having to give him some hot water treatment because not just one, but both of his legs were a little messed up, we can finally get into the figure accessories and the figure himself afterwards. So, of course, technically he does come with 3 accessories. 4 if you want to count the set of hands that's on him as well. But I already put the elbow pad on him, so we'll look at that when we get into the figure itself. First things first, we're going to look at this rubber jacket, and I do like the way this looks, though I'm not going to lie. At some point I may hack off the sleeves, just so this entrance duster will look a hell of a lot, well, not better, but more posable. I may try to keep like the shoulder pad pieces up here on there, because I feel like once you remove the arms, that won't hinder much articulation, but I don't know, might have to hack those off too. And then of course, what a lot of figures are coming with nowadays, you've got the slappy Kawhi Leonard Ricochet hands, I guess you could say. Or you could just start calling them the everybody hands at this rate, because they literally come with just about everybody in every figure you could possibly imagine. Though I don't think the 2-pack of Imperium and shit came with those hands, but I digress. Of course, besides the finger tape and stuff, standard hand. I do like on how it's actually got all the finger tape though, including on the mic holding or weapon holding hands. But of course, getting into it, we also do have the white elbow pad, which is a thing that is also featured on the CM Punk Elite. So if you own that one, same elbow pad they use for him apparently, as of course I don't personally own it just yet. Of course, the whole attire is just kind of a bare white, which is kind of weird because I could have swore on the box it looked a little bit different. Like, hold on, give me a moment, because I kind of did forget to set it up anyway. Alright, so looking at the back of the box, the mask, I'd say really accurate. But not to zoom in on his crotch here, but his tights definitely do have a design that are not featured at all on these tights, though I do like the way the all white with nothing on them looks. It just smells customizable, which I love that idea with this. And who knows, maybe you could buy a second one and paint it up a little different. You've got these really nice boots that have like the scales or whatever these are supposed to be. Of course, they're more or less feathers, but I'd like to imagine them as scales, knowing that he goes by the name of Dragon Lee. And of course, you got these nice white boots that end at the black soles. Black underneath them as well, so you can tell it wasn't just painted on there. It actually looks like the sole is all black. I do appreciate all the little details here, including like the laces on the little back of the thingy here. You've got the logos underneath it, because I want to, yeah, there's two on each side. There's one on each side, two in total. You've got the dragons on the side of the mask. You've got the red blotches around the eyes. You've got whatever the flick those are supposed to be. And I kind of almost would like to imagine that being, what was it, like the Empire logo for Star Wars? Anyways, doesn't really matter. I'm a geek, but at the end of the day, I cannot exactly remember that little detail. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, why don't we get them all posed up? And, well, we can give our final thoughts on this boy. Alrighty, you guys. Now that we've got this Dragon Lee all posed up, hitting this, what did they used to call it? Oh man, the standing dragon fire or something like that. I can't remember. But it's where you go from underneath your opponent's arm, wrap around, and hit him with like a reverse DDT. It's a really nasty looking move, especially when it's executed pretty well, and you've got the person selling it really well. I want to say there's a guy in New Japan who also uses it, the standing sea fire, I think that's what it's called. Anywho, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, this Dragon Lee figure is pretty damn good. Though when it comes down to it, if you experience any of the things I had to deal with when it came to this figure before being able to fully review it, whether you're just a casual figure collector or you do pick feds and stuff kind of like I do, as you can tell my arena's actually set up for the next match, which you'll just have to find that out as we're actually getting ready to upload the the Silver versus Balor match. Me and my buddy just gotta do the commentary on it. Sorry, I'm starting to yawn at the moment. I also was kind of losing my words there, I can't lie. But if you had to deal with any of the shit I had to deal with as far as the legs go, I'm not gonna lie, that shit's just highly annoying. It really is, and I honestly hope that Mattel figures will start getting a better hang of it once like Elite 15 is here or whatnot, because having to take a fresh figure and take the legs off of it because they get stuck or they're too stiff is kind of a problem. And coming from a guy who would rather have the legs be a little bit stiff than loose, I've had to do this with a lot of my more recent Mattel figures, Ludwig Kaiser for example in the last review. And yeah, there's been plenty of other ones that I've had to do that shish with, Solo Sikoa being a prime example. But yeah, with all that aside, what would I give Dragon Lee on a scale of 1 to 10? I'd have to give this man a good solid 7 out of 10. A pretty good solid figure nonetheless. I love the way the attire looks, but it's not exactly accurate, which kind of deducts points for me, and the legs definitely deduct points as well. I could have given this a 6, but I do like the way the attire looks. And the rubber jacket really doesn't bother me with the idea that I may just hack the sleeves off anyway. So, meh, that's just kind of whatever at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, now that we've got the 7 out of 10 scale, we gotta do the Dave Meltzer scale, the 1 to 5 star, the 1 to Young Buck match. What would I rate this on a scale of 1 to 5 stars? Obviously, if I gave it a 7, I feel like a standard 3 would do, just because It it's not the best, it's not the worst, it's not the most accurate, but there is still some accuracy to it. Whether you like it, hate it, love it, I don't know. That's all up to you. Just hopefully you don't run into problems I had to deal with. And at the end of the day, with all that being said, if you liked the video, feel free to like the video. If you didn't like the video, well, womp womp, I guess. But if you did like the video, maybe feel free to, go check out some of my other action figure reviews. Maybe some of my unboxings from the past, because I haven't done any recently. Trying to think of what else, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, the pig fed. We're getting ready. At least we're gonna be getting ready. Probably might wait till next week, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna be getting ready to film the 6-man tag between CM Punk, the Hardys, and the Hung Bucks, or the Elite Force. It's just Hangman and the Young Bucks. No Adam Cole, at least that we're aware of. It's going to be a pretty interesting match. I can tell you Balor versus Silver is also a fairly interesting match, and I can't wait to get that out there for you guys. It may be uploaded later on tonight before Dynamite. As long as I get this up before Dynamite, it could upload by Dynamite, who knows. But on top of it, you may not, you may get it tomorrow on Thanksgiving, who knows. But at the end of the day, if you guys could, feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe. We are on the road to 300 subs. If we can get to that by the end of the year, that would be pretty dang, especially with my birthday just passing. We're so close. We're at 194 right now. And yeah, on that note, I think we're done talking here, so have a good rest of your night, day, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I'm not in your time zone. But if I were, would I want to be? Probably not. But on that note, deuces, ooses, yeet.